Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Business Breakfast on iBrandTV. We'll go on to the next segment now. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has blamed BDC operators and individuals desperate to convert their ill-gotten money into hard currency for the recent FX crisis. It said it will do all it can to ensure that it continues to clamp down on these operators and speculators. As we know, according to the Central Bank of Nigeria, about 80% of the Naira notes in circulation are not in the vault of commercial banks, which is one of the reasons the bank decided to redesign the local currency. Although the market has recorded some stability in the recent days, the focus remains on the impact that this will have on the local currency. Joining us to look at this further today is Mr. Kashimo Garba Korfi, CEO, APT Securities and Mutual Funds Limited. Good morning, Mr. Kashimo.
Yeah, good morning for having me.
Yes, thank you for joining us today. As you know, Mr. Kashimo, as you know, let's start with the happenings around the forex market and the currency design. What is your take on this? Let's have your thought on the forex market and the currency design.
Well, as you are aware that there is scarcity of foreign exchange, so the so-called official at the official rates is no longer available. And this is even for those who want to do genuine business. Go to the manufacturer, you will see that they have to go to the parallel market and get their dollar in order to import raw material for production. And even when you apply officially, maybe you apply for $10 million, you hardly get $1 million after a long queue. And you cannot shut down your factory. So what do? You go to this same irradiation market, get it at that rate, and you get your dollar, and you now mix it with whatever official they give you in order to enable you to import what you want to import. So the parallel market becomes the real market, and it's the market that prices all our stock along the market. Anywhere you go in the market, they don't look at the official rate, they look at the parallel market price.
Mr. Kashimo? Yeah, so he was explaining that if traders get at the international, if they cannot get enough at the official market, they have to go to the unofficial market, which is why the price is going up. Mr. Kashimo, are you still with us?
Yes.
All right, please continue on the thought that you were making.
So in view of that, so it also coupled with the redenomination, the change of the currency. So the change of the currency that is coming, it triggers many people to see that the only way they can hide their money is to go.
Hello.
And suddenly, the moment the CBN.
Yeah, we're with you. Mr. Kashimo? Okay, so he was explaining that the major reason why this dollar was skyrocketing is because many people were scared of what the system is doing. So please continue on that thought. Continue, sir. We've lost him. We'll take a short break. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, we're still with Mr. Korfi. He was explaining the reason for the disparity. So please continue from where you stopped, sir.
So because of this decision by the CBN to change the currency, so people now...
We've lost him once again. I think we're having network issues, but please, if you can hear us, please continue. All right. Well, yes, please continue, sir.
Because of this speculation, so people start buying dollar not because they want to import anything, but rather for safe custody.
All right.
And that what pushed the dollar to almost 900 naira.
All right. Now,
you remember when the dollar moved to 900 naira, suddenly there was a social media news that by 31st January, US will no longer accept dollar.
Well,
and because the people, they are buying dollar for speculation, and that's what brings the dollar to crash to as low as 700. Because people start rushing, bringing out their dollar, try to exchange it to Naira.
all right. Now,
And therefore, that supply outweighs the demand.
now,
And that's what brings the dollar down to as low as 700.
yes. Now, let's look at it
But
now.
that-
The EFCC,
Yes.
let's bring the EFCC into the discussion now. They let this blame rather on the BDC and parallel market operators. And even we saw reports of them going to arrest operators in Abuja, in Lagos. Do you think this was the path to follow?
No.
Okay.
You don't post people. When you use post, you create black market. And when you create black market, and it will go out of anybody's control. They don't have the dollar. Central bank is not the one supplying them the dollar, it's the individual. So why do you blame them?
Because their argument was that since they began the clamping down on these traders, that the Naira moved from as high as 900 Naira to as low as 700 Naira, 680 Naira. Can we tie these two events together? Can we tie these two events together? The AFCC is saying that since it started aggressively targeting BDC operators, that the Naira became stronger. Do you think this argument holds water?
EFCC is mere deceiving themselves. What brings the dollar down is the news in the media that by 31st January, US will no longer accept dollar. And because of this, people get and say, I'm running into this dollar, and this my dollar will become useless, so I better hold the Naira I knew. That's what brings the price down.
Okay,
so let me tell you,
I'm listening.
Forces never bring the price down.
Okay.
Nowhere forces succeed in bringing the price down. What brings the price down is demand and supply. Simple. And this is the theory before us and after us. Anywhere in the world, when there is too much supply, the price go down. When there is too much demand, the price goes up.
Yeah.
So EFCC did not bring the price down. They only write on that social media news, and they claim that because of their intervention. No. Now the dollar is moving back to 900 Naira. Where is EFCC? They cannot bring the price down because they don't supply the dollar.
Okay. Now you're arguing that once there is supply, the rates will stabilize. Now, what exactly is impeding this supply? What do you think is causing this supply, this tightening supply of dollar?
It's two things. One is the policy. Secondly, they lack the enough dollar.
Please expand on that.
You remember during Abacha time, we have stable exchange rate. During the Professor Anini was the Minister of Finance, and what they do, CBI release the dollar into the black market, and by the time they release, the price go down. And by supplying it through the back door, they get higher rate, and it is so. What does it make sense for a country that is like money, you sell your dollar at 445 when you could get 900?
Okay.
Why don't you sell it and get more Naira so that you reduce your debt? So what they did during the Abacha time, they released the dollar through that parallel market, and the price stabilized. So had it been CBI released 10 to 20 million dollars daily on that market, the price will go down.
Okay. So
and they will earn more Naira for the government.
But one thing is that why is the central bank not doing this? Because I remember there was a time they used to do a weekly auction and they stopped selling to the BDC market. What was responsible for this?
One of the major responsibilities is that they lack the dollar. They don't have enough.
Okay.
And second day is just their choice. Because you will ask, why did they decide to redesign the Naira when it at this time? Is it not the redesign of the dollar at the Naira that pushed the dollar go up? It is. So it's a matter of policy. If you change your policy, things will work well. If you do the other way around, the market will behave.
Okay.
If you go to the market today, do you know what is happening in the market? If you go and say you want to buy dollar from the Bureau change, you will transfer the money.
Okay.
It's lower than somebody who bring cash.
Yes.
If you bring cash, they will charge you between 15 to 20 Naira over and above. Okay. Because the same with cash, they have to find the way of transferring it.
Oh.
Therefore, you have to pay extra. But if I go to be really changed and I say I need $10,000, the price they will ask you, are you transferring the money? When I say transfer, the price will be lower. If I say cash, they will charge me higher.
Why is this? Why is this happening? I think we've lost him. It was Mr. Kashimu. Are you still with us? Yeah. So we'll take a break right now. When we continue, we shall continue to dive into this very, very interesting topic. Please stay with us. Welcome back. We're speaking with Mr. Kashimu Kofi, the CEO, APT Securities and Mutual Funds Limited. Mr. Kofi, welcome back, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes. You were driving a very interesting point before we went on the break. Please, can you continue from there, sir?
Well, we are saying that today, if you go to the market, you are going to buy dollar from the parallel market, they have two prices. If you are transferring money, they ask you to pay less. If you are bringing cash, they charge you higher. And all this is because of the policy of changing currency. There is a limit they can go and deposit. And therefore, if you decided to pay cash, they will charge you 20 Naira above. But if you are going to transfer your money to their account, they charge you less. And this is what is obtaining in the market. And those who are dealing in the dollar, they know what exists. And it's real. So all this has to do with the CBN policy. So as long as we have policy, we have to look at the counter effect of our policy. The redesigning of the Naira is that what pushed dollar where it is.
Yes.
And brings speculators.
You've touched on what I want to even go to now. Let's look at the deadline that they set for the Naira redesign. They said by December 15. Do you think this deadline is feasible?
Well, this is what they say. You know, they say until we reach the bridge, we will know how to cross it. Already CBN said that Saturday is inclusive. By my calculation, if you take 15 December to 31st, take Sunday away, take Christmas Day, 1st January day, you will see that we are talking about 35 days. And they are talking of 2.7 trillion. Believe me sincerely, in that period, they cannot even move 2 trillion, talk less of 2.7 trillion.
Now, in wrapping up, sir.
They don't have the capacity. The bank doesn't have the capacity, and they don't have the machines. And remember, most of the machines, they need diesel, and most of the branches now, they operate between 10 to 2, because they cannot afford to buy diesel.
All right. I think this is a very interesting place to leave the conversation. The conversation is lengthy, but we're spent for time. So we thank you very much for joining us on the show today, Mr. Kofi.
Thank you very much for having me.
So that was Mr. Kashimu Garba Kofi, CEO, APT Securities and Mutual Funds. Still to come after the break, Brent crude futures rose back above $90 in the early trade, while the United States West Texas Intermediate crude added 0.9% to $82 per barrel. These are more after the break.